están? Qué gusto que estén aquí con nosotros en M2 y tenemos un deleite de pláticas con actores. Dos actores que de verdad hacen lo que quieren. Y miren, yo sé que para muchos de ustedes, cuando crecimos con Rocky, decíamos, nunca se va a superar una trilogía y eventualmente más de box de este nivel. Pero luego Sylvester Stallone dijo, ¿cómo no? Yo entrego la estafeta y se la entrego a Michael B. Jordan y se hizo Creed. Y es una película maravillosa y luego se hizo la segunda. Y ahora que el personaje de Creed está retirado, ¿cómo lo vamos a regresar al ring? ¿Cómo regresa el cuadrilátero? Bueno, que nos cuente Michael B. Jordan.
Curious what happened with you two.
I didn't tell you. We was like brothers. I was the best though, but I never got a chance to prove that. That's cute. Hurt me? I know what you're doing, Donnie. You don't owe this dude nothing. Damien's fighting the world and he's trying to hurt people. I vouch for you. You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell.
Hi. Hey. I felt like I just spent the whole day with you. We saw the movie in the morning.
Okay.
Now we were waiting for you. And I feel like I know you better since you're directing this. How much of yourself did you find as a director now that went into the movie that maybe in the first two didn't?
I think a lot. I think being able to, take past, experiences and feelings and emotions and pour them into a character, going through similar things. This is one of the benefits of growing with a character, over the course of 3 movies, right. 9 years, I was growing up as a young man to the person I am today. And a little bit of myself, you insert a little bit more in each movie. And this one as a whole, I think told a lot of stories of redemption, of self-sacrifice, of imposter syndrome, facing your childhood trauma and your past in order to move forward, masculinity, just a lot.
And you know what I felt more, even though it's very complicated for them, but friendship at the end.
Friendship, for sure. Friendship is a major part of this. And how complicated it is. And sometimes amongst men too, to talk about those things. Sometimes you just gotta fight it out, Sometimes you just gotta fight. And I think I wanted to build up to that moment where it was like, you know what? These two, they gotta fight. They gotta just get it out. And maybe there's some type of redemption at the end of it. And for us, it was.
And when people see the movie, they're going to find out exactly what happens with that. But also, as a woman, I was watching and I was like, oh God, I wish I had that. I don't think we have that.
That what we mean,
that same kind of
yes.
Ability to have redemption, even if you go to the biggest extreme, and then you're able to do something about it. Yeah. I'm not going to say what.
but I feel like, everybody's not like that. That's why I wanted to show this. Yeah. I want to represent that it is possible. It doesn't make you less of a man. Doesn't make you any less, of a person to right your wrongs and to own up to mistakes or misunderstandings. And I think Adonis and Damien were the best representation of that.
And people really love by now. I know I do Adonis. We've been with him for many years now, and somehow after we grew up with Rocky, and now it's you. Now that falls on you.
Yeah.
So can you imagine in 30 years being like sort of the godfather for somebody else 40 years?
30 years ago, man. Yeah, I can. I'm hoping on it. I'm planning for it. It's like, LeBron James just broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record. You know what I'm saying? Last night, and at that time, nobody thought they were going to break that record. And then here comes LeBron. It's life, So I can't wait for the next generation, to come, taking over, a franchise and pushing things forward. They're going to do things that I couldn't have done, that Rocky couldn't have done. So that excites me.
It also excites me, and I know we have to finish with this one, that I got the feeling that it's never too late.
It isn't never too late. I love that. There's no matter how much time has gone by, the shame is if you let it, it's never too late until it is.
I know. Yes.
So I think yes, I think do what you can with the time that you have because it's limited.
My yes was so heartfelt, and that's what the movie gave me. So I thank you so much.
No problem.
As a Paul, as a director, and I hope we get to see you in a lot of other films as a director.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
¿Qué les puedo yo decir? Excepto de que soy muy feliz de poder dedicarme a esto y que ya me inscribí a clases de box. Pero bueno, vámonos a otra época, porque el personaje de Philip Marlowe es un detective clásico del cinema noir. Empezó en un cuento corto, eventualmente lo hicieron los grandes como Humphrey Bogart, por ejemplo, y ahora regresa, pero en el poder actoral maravilloso de Liam Neeson. Sí, señores, hablamos también con este extraordinario ganador de los premios de la Academia, pero además de nuestro corazón, y nos cuenta cómo es regresar a una clásica aventura de detective.
What can I do for you?
I'd like you to find my lover. He disappeared without saying goodbye.
Did he have things to hide?
Haven't we all?
What does my daughter want?
My mother was in pictures. She must think there's something between us.
I hear that you are looking for someone.
We're all looking for someone.
I'll pay you $1,000
If you find him for me.
The puzzle has many pieces. I don't know what you're gonna find.
Liam, I'm so happy to see you again.
Yeah.
And, I find it delightful that you're bringing us back to this moment in time, so particular, so specific, and so special with nostalgia.
Yes. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Is that-
It was nostalgic. No, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, was that one of the things that drew you to doing Philip Marlowe, which is...
I think it did in that I grew up with, in the north of Ireland, a small town, and always on our little television, black and white TV in the corner of the room. Every Sunday afternoon, there seemed to be a film noir on with either Humphrey Bogart or Alan Ladd, John Garfield, people like that, always with trench coats and trilby hats on, So I feel I've kind of grown up with that Marlowe character,
Yeah, precisely. I was seeing the list of the greats that have played him, precisely Bogart, Robert Mitchum, Elliot Gould, among others, other greats. So was it nice for you to, I'm part of this club now.
Yes, inside myself, I think, yeah. I was always a big fan of Robert Mitchum when I was growing up too. Even before I knew what acting was, there was just something about Mitchum I really liked. And he played Marlowe twice. The last time was 1978.
Right.
Michael Winner directed The Long Goodbye, I believe it was, yeah.
So for such a wonderful character, I just found this out, and I found it lovely. He began with a short story. So many of the great things that we love today began with short stories, and then went on to the radio, and then went on to the movies.
Yes.
How do you see that happening now with new creations?
Well, it'll be interesting. I mean, funny, Neil Jordan had asked me when we wrapped this with Marlowe, would I be interested in playing it again? And, there's obviously, the movie hasn't come out yet, but I would love to get the chance to play him again. Would love to, yeah. And I think he still has that character, still is. I think audiences still want and like to look at that type of a hero, anti-hero,
Absolutely. I believe a lot of people recognize him even if they never saw him before. It's something we know intricately.
Yes. And he's a kind of a downtrodden. I mean, in our film, we make him, he fought in the Battle of the Somme in the First World War. In fact, Raymond Chandler's mother came from Waterford in the Republic of Ireland, Southwest Ireland, as indeed did my mother. Half my relations are all Waterford based. So it was lovely to find that out. Do you know what I mean? It just made me feel a bit more comfortable in Marlowe's skin. You know what I mean? Rather than thinking, you know, Humphrey Bogart, Bob Mitchum, Elliot Gould. You know, I just love the Irishness of his creator, you know.
There's also something about him, the way he handles himself, that I believe is also, I don't know if it's very Irish meets Hollywood or what, but contained, smart, with a specific moral to what he will do and what he will not do.
Yeah, I think he's got an inbuilt sense of ethics, and I like to think with Neil's creation and Bill Monaghan's creation of our Marlowe, that what he saw in the First World War, the carnage of the trench warfare, that changed him for the better in some way, you know what I mean? That he somehow decided he's going to pursue some kind of truth to solving crime, to applying some mode of justice to society, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, if you get a chance to see All Quiet on the Western Front, the German film, it's quite extraordinary as regards trench warfare in the First World War. It's kind of mind-blowing, that movie. I just saw it quite recently and thought it was spectacular.
Well, I did, and I loved it, and I love that we're getting so many amazing films back again. This one, certainly there.
Yeah. Well, I hope the trend continues, you know.
Yeah, I think it will. We need you guys to keep doing what you do best. So thank you so much.
Así que, ¿qué les puedo decir? Qué placer hacer este programa, qué placer. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes por acompañarnos. Soy Susy Moscatel, esto es M2. Nos vemos en un ratito.